installing Niftools for 3ds Max 2012. I also wanted to note that if you've installed any other 3ds Max version other than 2012, you may run into issues. So make sure when you go to get Autodesk 3ds Max, get 2012. Do not get version 2013, or you're going to run into issues with Niftools. So again, I already have Niftools installed, or not Niftools, 3ds Max. I have 3ds Max installed. I just uninstalled my version of Niftools, and I'm going to install the version that I've provided a link to in the links below this video. There's the 3ds Max NIF importer exporter by Figment. You're going to go to his website at skyrim.nexusmods.com/mod/5622. As soon as you go there, you want to click on Files and get the Max Plugins 373. We're going to download this manually. I will choose Dallas. Give it a minute. As soon as it comes up, you're going to click Run. Oh, my throat's killing me. It's downloading. Just give it a moment. As soon as it's done, you may get this little thing saying, oh, it's going to harm you. It's not going to harm you. It's perfectly safe. Pull this up. Click Run anyway. Wait for this. Okay, for installation, we're going to click Next. I am running 3ds Max 2012 64-bit. If you're running 32-bit, you'd select that. I'm running 64-bit. I highly recommend that you get 3ds Max 2012, not 2011, not 2013. There's no plugins for 2013. Not 10, 9, 8. They work, but I don't use that when I do these tutorials. I use 2012, so either 32-bit or 64-bit. Those are your best bets for these tutorials. That way we're on the same page and I can better assist you when you run into issues. So select 64-bit because that's what I have installed. If you have 32-bit, you'd select that. Click Next. It's for Skyrim because that's the game we're going to be using it for. I'm going to select Next. Now here, this is something that I didn't cover in a previous video. That's why I'm remaking this. It says select Skyrim data directory. Where are the extracted Skyrim data files located? Now if we don't set these up, not really so much the C user's desktop Skyrim meshes, but the textures. If we don't set up this texture file, the game is not going to, or the program is not going to know where to find the textures for your mesh when you import it into 3ds. So you'll be looking at a mesh with no textures on it, and it'll be a little more difficult to deal with. So we need to actually extract some textures from the BSA file. We've already extracted in a previous tutorial the Skyrim meshes, so we're going to change this. We're going to click Browse, and you would go to Skyrim Mesh, because if you recall, this is where we exported that file to. So you can go ahead and set that to Skyrim Mesh. It should be on your C drive on your desktop, and click Skyrim Mesh. It should be C users, your name, desktop Skyrim Mesh, your computer name, desktop Skyrim Mesh. For the extracted textures directory, what we're going to do is we're just going to minimize this because now we need to extract the textures so we know how to tell this program where to find that texture directory. So we're going to minimize this. We're not going to do anything else with it for the time being. Go ahead and minimize out of your browser. And remember the Fallout Mod Manager? That's the program that we used before. Go ahead and double click your Fallout Mod Manager. And we're going to select Fallout New Vegas. You have no Fallout in it. Oh no, panic. It's okay. Click OK. The window comes up. We don't want this. We want the tools, and we're going to go to BSA Browser. Now we're going to open up a file. You want to look, it should pull up your data directory. If not, you got to browse to see Program 86, Steam, Steam Apps Common, Skyrim Data. You should already be here. It's usually automatic. And scroll down and find Skyrim Textures. Okay, this is the folder you want. Select Open. As soon as this opens up, you're going to get this huge list already in its preset file structure, and now we need to tell it where to extract this to, because we're going to be clicking Extract All. So let's go ahead and create a new folder on our desktop, and we're going to call this Skyrim Textures. Oh, I already have a folder called Skyrim Texture, so we're going to call it Skyrim Texture, not plural. Skyrim Texture. Okay. Once that's done, you're going to go ahead, set it up here next to your Skyrim mesh so it's easy to locate in the future, and click Extract All. Then where do you want to unpack the folder to? You're going to go to your desktop, find your new folder, which is Skyrim Mesh, or Skyrim Texture, sorry. Skyrim Texture, that's the folder I just created, and I'm going to click OK. Now you got to let it run through this. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video and let it extract all this. It'll run all the way through, and then we'll get back to it. Alright, we're back. It's done extracting. The little window shut down. I don't need this window open anymore, so I'm just going to close it out. And now all of the textures that are in the game are actually now in this folder, all in their original file structure. So what we want to do is assign this to the Niftscope plugin. Let me find it. Whoops. I believe this is it. Pull up your Nif installation again. Now we actually have a folder to assign the extracted textures directory, root directory containing the textures directory. We're going to click Browse, and we're going to select Skyrim Texture, because that's what we called it, Skyrim Texture, and we're going to select OK. Now the Niftscope application knows exactly where the textures are located when it imports a armor from the Skyrim Mesh folder. So now we're going to select Next. That's all done. It says custom type 3ds Max 2012 64-bit. That's the version I'm using. Any version you're using, you're going to have to follow this or you're not going to get the textures to show up in 3ds Max. Alright, so then you're going to click Install. Give it a second. I don't need to view the README, the changelog, or the license. I'm going to select Finish. Now I'm going to open up my version of 3ds Max 2012 64-bit, which is highly recommended for this tutorial that you get that version, or 32-bit. So long as it's 2012, we will get along well for support. It takes a minute for my computer to load this up, but I want you to see I just now did a fresh install of Niftscope in this video and covered all the installation instructions. Alright, I'm going to click OK. Don't worry about that error. I get it. Now I'm going to go like this. I'm going to go to Import. I'm going to import a NIF file. So I'm just going to go to UMP Skimpy Armor. That's one of my mods. UMP Custom Armor, Data, Meshes, Armor, Hide, Female. I'm going to select Curus Light _0, the vanilla version. I'm going to select OK. Import the skeleton with my settings. Give it a moment, and bam! See, I have textures in my viewport now. You should as well, provided that you just followed the instructions in this video. Alright, I hope y'all have fun now being able to work with your Skyrim Mesh inside of 3ds Max and see textures when you get that far in the tutorial series. You have a great day.